and welcome to the Sci-Fi Invasion. I'm Joey Hollywood, and I'm your host for this series of review of 50 movies in 50 weeks from this Mill Creek box set. Today's movie was called Battle Beyond the Sun from 1959. Now, right off the bat, I try to have an eye for this. I thought this movie was Italian because there was a lot of names ending in vowels. And I was like, okay, this is probably an Italian movie. I'm probably going to like it a little bit. And then I see, lo and behold, do I see Francis Ford Coppola. And I'm like, okay, so this might be an American-Italian film. What's going on here? Ends up, what this is a Russian film that was brought to the States, and film students, like Francis Ford Coppola, re-engineered the movie for American audiences. So the version I'm watching is the Americanized version. But the opening of the movie, the Americanized version of the movie, I really love. It's my favorite kind of special effects miniatures where they're actually terrible, and it's a lot of fun. But then we get into the real movie. Once we get to the real movie, the movie shifts tones dramatically. But the opening says, this is, what was the wordage? It said that it was like not science fiction because it's all going to come true. I don't think I wrote it down. But it has a line like that, like this isn't science fiction because it's going to eventually become true. The plot really does seem like it's around this kind of space race, much of what the country was doing at the time. It's pretty interesting because with a higher budget, this could have been a pretty interesting disaster movie, because a lot of what the movie's about is things going wrong. It's like, okay, we're trying to get to Mars, and then boom, something bad happens. And then boom, another bad thing happens. And it's the characters trying to fix it. But because it's a low budget movie, because it's the time period it is, it's a lot of talking heads and very little happening. The highlight of the movie is the special effects. Of course, a lot of these very early color science fiction films, the special effects are going to be the showcase. They're just few and far between. Interesting character work. There's a character that desperately wants to go to space, and because he has a concussion, he has to be replaced, and it's like this character, he's training his whole life for this role. And eventually the crew of the spaceship get trapped on an asteroid, just so close to Mars, but they're trapped on this asteroid, and they have to get a refueling rocket to the asteroid. And lo and behold, it's the character with the concussion at the beginning of the film. Good storytelling there. I think with a little tweaking, you could possibly remake this movie with the same plot, just a million times better. I think that's entirely possible. There is giant rubber monster fights in this, which I love. Unfortunately, the print of this movie was so bad that I couldn't see anything that was happening. It was very unfortunate. Actually, a lot of the problems I had with this movie was the print that was available to me, because it was very clearly a widescreen film that they cropped. So like half the credits and people's arms and like everything's all out of frame because they didn't pan scan. It was just cropped, and that was the real unfortunate part of the movie. Other than that, not a whole lot to say. It's a fun movie. It's definitely a so bad it's good. It's definitely something you can watch with your friends or alone. I had a good time with it. No real complaints other than I wish there was a better print of the film. So yeah, short review. I don't really have much to say beyond that. Thank you for watching. I'm Joey Hollywood. I'll see you next time. Remember, please be kind and rewind.